Hi, my name is Andrey, and I'm a CTO and co-founder of ADGUARD'S. And well, I do ad blocking for half of my life.
So the big thing that
Yeah.
has been released is Apple released a new
Yeah.
API that allows you to do some filtering now, not just
Yeah.
in the apps. How's that different from what you're doing right now?
This is quite different. So right now we're doing in all ad blocks basically do that in Safari only, and with the new API we will be able to do that system-wide. It means that we could stop tracking in every app that you use, which is quite exciting actually. We can do that on other platforms, and I'm glad to see that this feature comes to iOS. And what I'm also very excited to see is that Apple provides a specialized API for that. So unlike in other platforms, it's always like a special technique that is not supposed to be used this way, or has wider application. And Apple kind of targets system-wide filtering, and it's good. It's nice to see that there's an operating system vendor that thinks about that.
So right now, as it stands, if I set up AdGuard on my phone and let's say I either use the DNS or I use the VPN method.
Yeah.
So all of the filtering that you're doing is only through Safari, but not in apps yet?
Not like that. So yeah, you're right that if you install AdGuard and start using the DNS protection feature, you will also get the system-wide filtering. But the difference is that we don't see full URLs, which limits our abilities. For instance, Facebook uses the same domain for tracking and for serving legitimate content. So we can't block it because it will break Facebook apps. And Apple's new API allows to filter full URLs, so we can deal with that. And at the same time, what's good about that is it's privacy-driven design, so that we don't actually know what URLs you are visiting. But they are getting blocked nevertheless.
That's super cool. And then is this already live or is it coming soon?
So the API is very, very new. Apple is fixing some minor issues right now, basically. So there were a few patches that made some fixes in it. But we hope that this feature will come to AdGuard in like 2 to 3 months. Depends on Apple. Depends on the review process, though.
Got it. And then is this like, do you know how it's going to be like advertised, like what it's going to be called, or is it going to be the same features you already have, but it's more of a behind the scenes update?
This will definitely be a separate feature, and we have not yet decided on how to call it. It might be system-wide protection. This is like a current working name for it. Unfortunately, it will only be available to users who pay for AdGuard, so not to free users. And the reason for that is that the API requires a lot of resources from our side, so we simply cannot afford to have it available to everyone. It will be too expensive for us. But other than that, yeah, that's the working name. 2 to 3 months, probably. Hopefully.
It's development, so.
Yeah.
And then is this also applying to macOS or is it iOS only?
It will come to macOS as well. The difference is that on macOS we have 2 different apps. One is Premium, which does system-wide filtering already, so it kind of doesn't need it. But it uses like a different approach to system-wide filtering. And the other one is free, and it currently works in Safari only. It will get system-wide filtering as well as an addition.
Got it.
No
Thank you so much.
I am SOFIA, ORLOVA, and I am a UX writer at AdGuard. So I write and build design for different AdGuard products like an ad blocker, VPN, DNS, mail, and crypto wallet. So yes, it's just an experience with different privacy-related products.
You know, you talked a lot about the target demographic today of AdGuard. What would you say is kind of your overall largest demographic, and why do they use something like AdGuard?
Yes, it depends on the exact product that we are talking about. The product that has the widest audience is the ad blocker for Android and ad blocker for Windows. This has a really large demographic, like from grannies to techies, really. So there are a lot of people who install the app for their children or for their parents. There are a lot of people who really require some fine-tuning, some technical fine-tuning. It does depend on the product. So probably when we talk about some crypto wallet or even in VPN, it might be more about more privacy-focused people, people with more technical background. So we do not have to oversimplify things for them exactly.
Yeah, and then just kind of a final question. Why do you see such an uptick on the Android side of things, and why do you see people choosing AdGuard over other ad blockers? Like, what really separates you guys?
From the perspective of, from the technical perspective, AdGuard provides a system-wide ad blocking, so it helps protect the user both in browsers and in apps. So this is probably the most important thing to mention. But from our perspective as designers and UX writers, probably I hope that that it is about also the design, the user experience. So I hope user like AdGuard also for the user flows.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for building a good product, because I use AdGuard as well. So.